Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to have your world rocked. Please bring to the GoPro stage the one and only Miss Gloria Mayfield Bass.
So crazy right now. Most incredibly, it's your girl, me. It's your boy, Young.
GoPro! Whoa! Look at this room. I'm so excited. Wait a minute. Let's be clear. We just got juiced up last night, juiced up this morning. This is crazy. My topic today is you are entitled. You are entitled. You are entitled. Living, caring, giving, sharing. Boy, oh boy, I love to work with the daring. A magic million, can you imagine such? Of course you can. We've got the touch. I'm small in stature only, but I'm heavy in belief. I'm leading by example, so you can count on me as I flash this $1 million smile. The world will know it's all worthwhile because I'm banking on the magic, banking on success, banking on some people who simply want the best. I'm proud to be before you, and I'm proud to be top rank. I'm elite executive national sales director. My name is Gloria Mayfield Banks. Thank you. Wait. Wait a minute, wait. I just want to let you know that's how I wake up and talk to myself when I get up in the morning. I don't know what you say to yourself when you get up in the morning, but that's what I say when I get up in the morning. Okay, so raise your right hand, shake it, because you're going to take some notes. We're going to take some notes today. They gave you a beautiful book. Take out your pen and paper. Do your iPad thing or whatever, because we're going to take some notes. Because here's what I want you to know. I am tired of the conversation that entitlement is negative. Because it is not negative. And I want you guys to know that the definition of being entitled is a person who believes they're inherently designed to have the right things. That you're supposed to have these things that we continue sometimes to deny ourselves. And so I want to talk to you about that because we came here to grow pro mastery to get it. So how many of you came to get it? I don't think I could hear you. Okay, no, let me tell you something. In order to become powerful, you have to be loud. Yes, you have to be loud. You have to be loud. Let me tell you, I loved when he was talking about energy. And one of the things I love about working for myself is before I started working for myself and working in corporate, it was always like this. Shh. Be quiet. And then I started working for myself, and I would get loud and crazy. So I always tell people, the louder you are, the stronger you are, the more energy that you're going to have. Okay, so I want to talk about how you become inherently deserving. What I want to tell you is that belief is important. We hear this all the time, that belief is important. But knowing is so powerful when you know it. There's a difference when you know it because the knowing creates the expectation. Write it down. The knowing creates the expectation. And so when you're building a strong team and when you're talking about people finding their greatness, you start from a base of what they know because from what they know is where they grow and then they build from there. It makes such a difference. I want you to know, you know the people who walk into the bank and get the loans are the ones who know they're going to get the money. When you know you're going to get the money, you get the bank loan. For people who become number one in this industry, if you want to become number one, the people who achieve number one know that that's their platform. And they know they're going to change people's lives from that platform. So it's really in the knowing. Those are the people who are inherently deserving. And you want to know who has the most fun? You want to know who has the most fun in life? Are the people who know they're supposed to have the most fun, right? Don't you sort of look at them sometimes at a party and they're having such a great time? Don't you know that table over there that there's all the noise coming from, and you always look at yourself like, I wish I was at that table. It's because those people know they're supposed to have the most fun. They know they're supposed to have the most joy. They know they're supposed to have the most laughter. They laugh so hard, their stomachs hurt over and over and over again because they're in the knowing. And I want you to know it makes a difference to know you're inherently deserving of the best. To get to this place, to rise up, to shift in life, and to shift others, it's a baseline to know that you are entitled. I want to tell you something. Do you know the people who give the most? Like, okay, so on this stage, I saw them just drop an extra $50,000 for the charity last night. How many of you were moved by that? How many of you were moved by that? Shifted by that. Shifted by that. Shifted by that. I loved watching how they make this come about. The GoPro came out of a dream. It comes from people who like to give more. Give more. They want more. They want to give more. So write down the word more. Write down the word more. Because I'm going to teach you something. And it is because I look for people who already know they deserve more. So many times we're convincing people that, but you guys, seriously, people who already know more. So this is what I do. I talk about it. I look for it, I describe it, I require it, I expect it, and I inspire people who want more. I talk to them at the table about, do you want more? Do you understand more? Do you know that if you have more, then you can give more? Because you cannot give what you don't possess. You cannot give what you don't possess. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about passion. I'm talking about energy. I'm talking about fun. I'm talking about all those things. Now, you know, I do love money. I do get moved by money. I know that some people will say, oh, I'm not moved by money. I'm like, well, that's cool, whatever. But I am totally moved by money. So, and it's not because of the money, and it's not because of the material things, it's because of the things that you can get with money. And so I promise you that a large part of my success is because when I sit across the table from you, I am extremely interested in your financial ability to grow, to get the things that will change your life. You guys, Thanksgiving, last week, this is what I like about having more. We had 35 people over our house for the week. For some reason, my family thinks Thanksgiving starts on Tuesday. It starts on Thursday. They come on Tuesday, and they don't leave until the following Tuesday. No, seriously. Do they go to a hotel? Oh, no. Do they go to a restaurant? No. From age 1 to age 92, they come, they stay, they eat. The entire week. I know if you follow me on social media, you're like, oh, that looks really strange. But they are there, you guys. And that's why I want to tell you, to me, this has been one of the best traditions and gifts we've been able to give our family because of our desire for more. It takes more vision, more time, more positive energy, more great attitudes. It takes more space. It takes more because of what you can give. So this is why I'm so passionate right now about people understanding that they're entitled to have more so that they can give more, because it's your birthright. God gave it to you as your birthright. He gave you the birthright of joy, abundance, health, income, vacations, nice homes, and friends who adore you. and haters who motivate you. Woo! And a career that makes you jump out of the bed. You are inherently deserving, you guys. And I have a story. Don't you have a story? Raise your hand if you have a story. Now, raise your hand if you have a story. And the person sitting next to you didn't raise their hand, call 911 because they're dead. We all have a story. And, you know, my story could be, I made it. Or my story can be, can you believe I've done it now? But I don't name my story. It's just my story. So here's what I want to tell you. This is what I want you to know. The difference between, the opposite of being entitled, and inherently deserving, the opposite of that is lazy, crazy, or stuck. How many of you know what I'm talking about when you've been in that cycle of lazy, crazy, and stuck? That's what the difference is if you don't feel entitled. So let me tell you just a little bit about my story. I'm from Detroit, Michigan originally. Born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. Yay for the Midwest. And you know I was a cheerleader, right? You knew that, right? You knew I was the captain, right? You knew that, right? And you knew we went to the state champs, right? And you knew we won, right? Everything about me says it. Everything about me. I was a cheerleader. But I'm the third of 4 daughters. The third of 4 daughters grew up in a fabulous home. All of us are seriously, you guys, seriously brilliant entrepreneurs. My sister Pamela's a writer. My sister Amy owns a cake company. My sister Wendy is in the United States Hall of Fame for rhythmic gymnastics. And she has a 20-year foundation housed both in Harlem and Detroit. And all of them are leaders and all of them are readers, except me. I'm dyslexic. There are 3 pigs. Whoo, child, that's enough for today. Oh, my God. It's so hard. It is so hard. That's why they say teleprompter. I'm like, oh, no. I definitely won't read a teleprompter. So, but because I was dyslexic, I did not have the comfort of lazy, crazy, or stuck. I had to take the special classes. You guys, I was the one in that classroom when everybody else finished their work and got to go outside to play. I was the one over on the side taking the extra work all the time. I had to humble myself. But I want you guys to know that in that environment is where I learned one of the most important lessons I teach over and over and over again, and that is failure is not an option. In order to win in this race, you have got to learn the lesson. You have got to learn the skill that failure is not an option, but it starts with entitlement. It starts with the belief and the knowing that you deserve to be at the top. I've had my doubts. I'm going to tell you something. Because with this dyslexia, I went to high school, I went to Howard University, I went to Harvard Business School, I got my doctorate degree, the honorary doctorate degree. I had to work very hard. I am not good at reading, but I can do a lot of other things. See, that's the deal. You don't have to do everything good, thank gosh. You can do a lot of other things. So I had my doubts at times. And I remember walking into Harvard Business School with my dyslexic self and realizing that every single one of their exams was essay. It was a problem. But I was inherently deserving. And so I was going for it with all my might. I did not have the time to be lazy, crazy, or stuck. And so I kept going, you guys. I kept going, and my story was this. I got married when I was young. I built my career and started having children, but I lost 3 babies before I had my firstborn. And then, boom, boom, 2 children back to back, 2 beautiful children within 13 months. And all of that happened while I was in the midst of crazy domestic violence. And that's when I was crazy, and that's why I was stuck. And I stayed there for 10 years. I started Harvard Business School with a black eye. You guys, you don't know anybody's story. Look at the person next to you. Look at them and say, I don't know your story. I don't hear you. Say, I don't know your story. because you don't know their story. You don't know their story. But I was married, and I built that career, and I kept going. And then I became a single parent for 7 years. And then I went on vacation to Florida, and that's where I met my husband, Ken Banks. And he walked up to me, and he said, "Hello, my name is Ken." I said, "Hello, my name is Gloria." And all of a sudden, I figured out, we met at this theme park called Wet n Wild. And it was wet, and it was wild. But I will tell you, that's where I met Ken. And Ken's very loving, very powerful, very international, very strong, very successful, very funny, very giving. And I could go on very with my husband. I mean, he's on the board of Johns Hopkins, the University of Maryland, the Federal Reserve Bank, very. And then we blended 4 very active teenagers into a very blended family. How many of you have teenagers? How many of you have teenagers? How many have teenagers? Put your hand up really high if you have a teenager at home right now. Put your hand up really high if you have a teenager at home right now, because I'm going to pray for you right now. I'm going to pray for you right now. But seriously, listen. Within the first 15 minutes of meeting Ken, he said, because we were both in bad marriages. I just want to tell you right now, I don't want to get married again. And I looked at him, I said, "Well, then don't talk to me, because you will fall in love, and I'm getting married in 5 years." I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm inherently deserving. So here's what I want to tell you. There's ways in which you can grow it. I want you to know that you can grow it positively. And I want to tell you, some of you are tired of being in the fan club, and you want to be the CEO of your own life. Is that true? Yes, some of you want to be the CEO of your own life, and you're very passionate, and you're ready to increase. So here's what I want to tell you. I love ambitious people, so I'm in a happy place right now, because this room is full of ambitious people. It is full of ambitious people. Full of ambitious people. Now here's what I need you to do. I need you to look at the person next to you. Look at the person next to you. Look at them next to you. Look in their eyeballs. Look at their eyeballs. No. Look in their eyeballs. I need you to look in their eyeballs. And I need you to repeat after me in your loudest voice. Repeat after me. I didn't hear you. I am going to wipe you out. Yes. You know, you have to do that, because you have to be inspired by the people who are next to you. You have to be inspired. Let me tell you, you gotta stop with the nicey-nicey. You gotta stop with the nicey-nicey, because the nicey-nicey doesn't do it. Okay, you ready? Are you ready? 10 things, I'm counting them down. Ready? 10 things. Encouragement, because it increases your imagination. And it makes everything possible. And I so remember when one of our large earners flew in and taught a class when I was new into my business. And I remember her telling me how much money she had made that month. And I said to myself, and my mind could not go there. So I said to myself, if I could just make a half of a half of a half. You know what I mean? It is that I'm telling you guys. It breaks it down. So encouragement. And here's what I want to tell you. The more encouragement you give out, the more encouragement you will give in. You will receive. Okay, number 2. Use your gifts unapologetically. In order for you to grow in your entitlement and grow into your inherently deserving, use your gifts unapologetically. So stop it. Stop hiding yourself. Number 3, shape your thinking. Shape your thinking. Because people are around you that shape your thinking. And how many of you, don't put your hands up, don't put your hands up, how many of you know someone that's around you that doesn't need to be around you? I don't mean in this room, but they're in your life. You need to cut them out of your life. And let me just say this to you. It is hard. It's hard to do it. But the most difficult part of it is the decision. Because as soon as you do it, it's so much joy. The regret comes because it took you so long to get it. And understand that words shape your thinking. So listen to me. Every word is either a flower or a brick. A flower lifts you and brings you light. A brick hurts you and it's heavy. Don't carry the bricks. Number 4, pay attention. Because your mind plays tricks on you. 1 minute, doesn't it? 1 minute tells you, oh, you're going to be awesome. And then it tells you, no, you're not. No, you're not. And then by the third week of the month, you start hitting that inner key to look at your production. It's telling you, no, you're not. It's playing a trick on you. It's your mind, you guys. Pay attention because you can't change what you're not willing to acknowledge. I want you to know this. Listen, pay attention so you can pay yourself. Number 5, skills. You've got to have skills. And here's all I want to tell you is that in order for you to feel entitled, you got to bring your best. And you bring some skills and you buy the rest. You know, I talk to people all the time and they say, well, Gloria, I can't afford to invest. And I keep telling you that if you don't afford to invest in other people bringing you the skills that you don't have, you're never going to have the skills you need. Number 6, what makes you tick? Write this down. Stop working and start winning. Forget about the work. Do the win. Win the contest. Win everything. Win the scoreboard. Win in this industry. Stop teaching people how to work and start teaching them how to win. It isn't the feeling of the win that will make it go. Number 7, don't expect other people to understand. Don't expect anybody to understand. Why? Because frustration is misplaced expectation. You walk around really believing that everybody's going to be on your side. Forget it. Just do you. Number 8, the 3 F's. Faith, friends, faces. Faith in who's bringing your energy. Friends in this industry works. Faces, know what you're doing. Track your activity. Number 9, your history. Just write this down. Rewrite your story. You rewrite your story because your past does not determine your future, and their decision, yes or no, does not dictate your destiny. Their decision never will dictate your destiny. And number 10 is all your knowing that you need to feel entitled is hidden in your personal growth. And that's why you come to GoPro. You come to GoPro because you want that personal growth to take you to a whole nother level. I mean, last night, next year, shut up. Eric and Marina, they really know how to bring it on. I'm so excited, but your personal growth is going to give you the entitlement. So sit up in your seats. Sit up in your seats. Look at your friend and say, I'm entitled. No, look at your friend, say, I'm entitled. No, I don't hear you. Say, I'm entitled. Okay, so now I need you to do me a favor. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to sit on the edge of your chair. Sit on the edge of your chairs, on the very edge. Go to the very edge. No, the edge, the edge, the edge. Go to the very edge of the chair. Okay, now say hallelujah. Hallelujah. Okay, now clap your hands really loud. Clap your hands really loud. No, really loud, really loud. Okay, listen. So when they say, well, how was that Gloria? You say, girl, she kept me on the edge of my seat, screaming hallelujah and clapping really loud all day. I love you guys. See you later. Bye.